This section is concerned with information warfare and electronic warfare. When we talk about warfare, we're really concerned with actions that take place under the rules that are laid out in the law of armed conflict, or the law of war. Typically, this equates to actions performed in accordance with the rules and principles regulating an armed conflict between nations. These rules are designed to minimize the destruction of life and property, prescribe cruel treatment of non-combatants and prisoners of war, and establish conditions under which the combatants may consult with one another. Therefore, we really need to look at a definition from several sources to identify the kind of information that we're dealing with. Let's begin by talking about C4I: command, control, communications, computers, and intelligence. Command and control is concerned with decision-making and the exercise of direction by a properly designated commander over assigned and attached forces in the accomplishment of a mission. It is supported by information technology. In C4I warfare, the aim is generally the disruption of enemy communication in such a way that the target is unable to execute coordinated attacks. This includes intelligence-based warfare, which is concerned with controlling access to knowledge that would allow the enemy to dominate the arena. C2, command and control, is the exercise of authority and direction by a properly designated commander over assigned and attached forces in the accomplishment of the mission. Command and control functions are performed through an arrangement of personnel, equipment, communication facilities, and procedures employed by a commander in planning, directing, coordinating, and controlling forces and operations in the accomplishment of that mission. Command, of course, is the authority that a commander in the armed forces lawfully exercises over subordinates by virtue of rank or assignment. That includes the authority and responsibility for effectively using those resources and for planning the employment, organization, deployment, and control of military forces. Computing and communication are the two pervasive enabling technologies that support command and control: intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance. Computers and communications process and transport the information. Control authority may be less than full command exercised by a commander. Additionally, it includes physical or psychological pressure exerted with the intent to ensure that an agent or group will respond as directed. Intelligence is the product resulting from the collection, processing, integration, analysis, evaluation, and interpretation of information concerning foreign countries or areas. It can also include information and knowledge about an adversary obtained through observation, investigation, analysis, or understanding. Electronic warfare is the use or control of electromagnetic energy either in defense or for the purpose of a military attack on an enemy. The use of electromagnetism for war are myriad and range from the application of radar for navigation and locating targets to the use of electronic bombs or E-bombs to disrupt an enemy's mechanical and electromagnetic systems. Electromagnetic energy can be used to confuse or deceive an enemy. Examples of this are radar jamming applications, the propagation of misleading signals. It can also be used directly as a weapon to disable infrastructure. There are three components to electronic warfare. Electronic attack is the use of electromagnetic or directed energy against personnel or equipment with the aim of degrading or destroying combat capabilities. Electronic protection refers to efforts or equipment directed towards the protection of persons or materials from the effects of electronic warfare. These include the unintended side effects of friendly electronic warfare, as well as enemy actions undertaken for the purpose of degrading or destroying one's combat capabilities. And thirdly, electronic warfare support refers to actions and resources committed towards locating, identifying, and if necessary, intercepting or neutralizing sources of electromagnetic energy that pose an immediate threat.